Right now on CBS 12 News this morning, in just hours, day 2 of the sentencing trial for the Parkland school shooter, with the prosecution set to call more witnesses to the stand.
Almost instantly, I called 911 just out of instinct. They couldn't hear me over the sound of the gunshots. It was so incredibly loud.
Coming up, the graphic and emotional testimony we've already heard and what we can expect today as jurors now decide life or death for the killer.
Plus, one school district in our area taking a major step towards keeping students safe. It's re-keying every single one of its doors. We'll tell you how that could make a major difference during an emergency.
And it's a dry one out there for us this morning, which means a lot of heat is building in today. I've got a closer look at those rising temperatures.
It's a new day. This is CBS 12 News This Morning.
All right, welcome in. This is CBS 12 News This Morning. I'm Matt Lincoln.
And I'm Sam Kerrigan. Thanks so much for starting your Tuesday with us here. Let's get a check on that forecast. We'll send it right over to Lauren.
Matt, Sam, thanks. Good morning, everyone. Hope you're all having a nice start to the day. Our skies are dry. Looks like a tiny shower just popped up right off the coast of Broward County, making its way north towards the coast of Palm Beach County. Maybe that comes ashore, but it's a rather weak little shower out there, so I don't think it's going to last too long. We've got a lot of rain up to our north right now as well. It's a stalled front that's not going to move far enough south because of this orange right here. That's an upper level area of high pressure, and that's what's keeping us just very dry and very hot over the next several days. This is going to really prevent any significant rainfall from falling. This is what's also allowing our temperatures to increase. So we are in the low to mid 90s outside today. With the humidity, this is going to feel worse, and we will deal with the heat index in the triple digits, but that should come as no surprise at this point. Stay hydrated, slow down if you need to be working outdoors, take frequent breaks. If you're headed to the beach, it's a great beach day because of all the heat and sunshine, but don't forget the hat and the sunscreen and, of course, that water to stay hydrated. Again, highs in the low to mid 90s today, might hit 95 in Indiantown later on. Just slow it down if you got to be outdoors later on. Matt, Sam.
All right, thank you, Lauren. At 6:02, we do have some breaking traffic news right now. In Boca Raton, there is an accident on I-95 southbound near Congress Avenue. 4 lanes are blocked right now. Florida Highway Patrol is reporting that this is a deadly accident there. Again, heading south near Congress Avenue. Those delays extending back to Delray Beach at this point. So some alternates here. You can exit I-95 at Atlantic Avenue, take Congress Avenue or US 1 South, or head on over to the Turnpike to avoid any delays this morning.
Cold, calculated, manipulative, and deadly.
That is the lead prosecutor of the Parkland sentencing trial, opening statements describing Nikolas Cruz's shooting spree at Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School. 4 years later, families and survivors are reliving in graphic detail how these 14 students and 3 staff members were shot and killed. There were swimming, soccer stars, devoted church members, a National Merit Scholar, and others. All saw their lives tragically end in a barrage of gunfire. The lead prosecutor, who is seeking the death penalty for Cruz, played 911 calls and showed social media videos saying that Cruz planned the shooting and wanted to kill students. Our Kara Duffy, live from the Broward County Courthouse, following every step of the sentencing trial. Kara, this was certainly a very heavy first day for all of those families and survivors who were in that courtroom.
That's right, Matt. The prosecution's opening statement, it really was hard to sit through. It was the most detailed timeline so far that we've publicly heard, describing the details of the Valentine's Day massacre. Now, the prosecutor there, he walked jurors through minute by minute, floor by floor, as Nikolas Cruz made his way through the freshman building, describing each individual student as they were shot and how many times. One moment that really stood out from the courtroom yesterday was when he talked about one of the students who was killed, saying that he was shot 13 times. You could really hear just every parent and family member in the room audibly gasp. They were sobbing at times, really just in disbelief by what they were hearing here. And that was simply too much for some families to bear. Some of them, as I mentioned, sobbing out loud or had to run out of the courtroom. The state then began calling witnesses to take the stand. The first was a teacher at Stoneman Douglas. She described how her students were writing love letters for Valentine's Day in her classroom right before they heard the gunfire erupt.
We were having so much fun until I heard what I described as just the loudest noise you could possibly imagine, going directly into my hallway. And when that happened, everything was just happening very quick in my classroom. A student made sure the door was shut. We shut the lights off. My students went into corners. I had some with me behind my desk. Almost instantly, I called 911 just out of instinct. They couldn't hear me over the sound of the gunshots. It was so incredibly loud.
The prosecutor also focused on a video that Cruz made just 3 days before the killing, bragging that he was going to be the next school shooter, that he hoped to kill at least 20 people, and that he couldn't wait. As for the defense's strategy here, they were expected to try to get the jury to spare the confessed killer's life, pointing to a troubled childhood that resulted in mental illness. And Matt, Sam, keep in mind yesterday the defense opted to delay doing their opening statement until it's their turn to put on their case. The whole process here expected to take several months to complete, as a jury must now decide whether Nikolas Cruz will be sentenced to life in prison or get the death penalty.
Okay, a heartbreaking testimony there yesterday, and about 50 family members of the victims were in the courtroom, yet many parents did not show up, as Manuel Oliver, whose son Joaquin was shot 4 times, says he's focused on pushing for gun reform.
You might see my face in that courtroom or you won't. If you don't see me there, that means that we're doing something to be part of a solution, not to just wait for this chapter to be closed.
Oliver wants to see the jury impose the death penalty. He said even if the jury recommends death, it does not compare to how Joaquin and 16 others died. And CBS 12 News is following every step of the sentencing trial. You can watch it live on all of our platforms. Make sure to visit CBS12.com and download the CBS 12 News app.
6:07 now. This morning, the Okeechobee County School District is in the process of increasing security in its schools. And that means what they're doing here is that they're rekeying the lock on every classroom door to use a single key. The district will give each principal a master key that will open every classroom door in their school. The assistant superintendent says law enforcement will be able to get a master key from the lockbox at the school's entrance.
And our law enforcement is going to respond, so we're going to make sure we've eliminated all barriers for them to be able to respond quickly. I don't want them fumbling over keys. I want them to know exactly where they go and how they're going to get in that room.
The district hopes to complete the process of rekeying all the locks by the end of the upcoming school year.
Well, right now at 6:08, another explosive school board meeting in Uvalde, Texas, where hundreds of angry parents and residents called for the resignation of the superintendent of police. They questioned school officials' handling of safety and demanded accountability from law enforcement and staff. The sister of a shooting victim says she does not know how she will ever go back to Robb Elementary School.
What are you guys going to do to make sure I don't have to watch my friends die? What are you going to do to make sure I don't have to wait 77 minutes bleeding out on my classroom floor just like my little sister did?
At school board meeting following the release of an 80-page report and dramatic body cam video revealing failures in the police response. The Texas Department of Public Safety has now launched an internal investigation into its own response to the shooting.
Time right now is 6:08. This morning, what started as a small group of moms concerned about the direction of their local schools during the pandemic has become a national movement to get parents more involved in public education. The Moms for Liberty organization has grown and gotten the support of the governor, who spoke at their national convention in Tampa over the weekend. They support recent moves by the governor to end mask mandates, boost curriculum transparency, review books, and limit discussions of sexuality and gender identity in classrooms. One of their top priorities is candidates running in local school board races.
It's a huge priority for us to see candidates be successful at the school board level because, honestly, local elections are what really impact families.
They believe education will be the most important issue motivating parents to get to the polls this year. A new poll out from the University of South Florida shows voters ranked education 7th overall, with jobs and the economy as their #1 concern for the upcoming midterm elections.
Well, 6:09, as abortion law is getting more restrictive all over the country, more people are traveling to Florida to get the procedure. Next, new numbers coming in this morning showing how Florida ranks near the top in the entire country.
And caught on camera, massive waves send several people running for cover in Hawaii. Ahead, the special occasion that was completely washed out.
Well, waves not the same. Here as we're looking live out at Jensen Beach. This is live here this morning as the sun is rising on our Tuesday. Stay with us. You're watching CBS 12 News This Morning, the one to turn to.